my name, you come with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name, I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion, you started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey coach, put me in the game. They put me in, so I'm going in. You play for fun, I'm playing to win. Back on the wall, I'm ready for war. If I beat them before, I could beat them again. They thought I was done, I went on a run and beat all the odds and got even again. Watch what you say, I'm not one of them. When I jump in my bag, I could jump out the gym. Take a look at my legacy, I gotta let them see I'm out here winning, cause I'm on a mission. Put me in the game, cause the way I'm feeling, I honestly do not see no competition. I gotta get it, so it ain't no quitting. We jumped off the benches and jumped in the trenches. No one is better than all of us, and that's why all of us been winning from the beginning. It's more than a kid, don't play with my name. You come with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name, I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Straight ahead, it's a matchup of unbeatens between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Jets. Certainly the game of the weekend, maybe the game of the year, the battle of the unbeatens as we get underway. This one fielded at the 5. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Now Hall to start the drive. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Here's Wilson. He finds Corey Davis. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. The Jets are the perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They go play action with Wilson. And this one's incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. There's Wilson to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he is going to have the Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is, because he understands how to get open in key situations.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. back to the ground with Hall. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Now it's Wilson. And he's got his man in the crossing route. That's Landry. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 38-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Wilson. And he'll go right back to... And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a first down. Defensively, well done to jar that free. I'll tell you what, though, offensively, he's got to be lucky after the catch and the fumble that didn't go too far away from him.
And the way the football is shaped, it's not built to bounce true, is it? It can squirt in any direction and move in any way. He was so lucky. Thank his lucky stars, he was able to get that one back.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, that's earned it by their play, the psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Elliott. They find some open field here. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want the left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you've got a chance to rumble.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Steps away to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
The partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
On 3rd down, Elliott across the 30 to the 31-yard line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. This across the 20 before going out of bounds. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Play action. It's Wilson. Open man down the field is Landry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 23 yards the pickup there.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Okay, quick.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Big DeMarcus Lawrence getting in there and bringing him to the ground.
And another long drive from the offense, but the defense is denying them the end zone. Nothing to show for the last drive offensively. They can't come away empty-handed again.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man here is Conklin. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 15-yard line. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
A give running right is Hall. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Stopped at his tracks by Ahmad Gardner. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
Think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches are giving, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
So we've reached halftime here in a low-scoring affair. 6-0 is our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead. Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution. Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Prescott. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. And that has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover. They'll toss it out right here to Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So the turnover sets it up, and then a touchdown run here on the ensuing play.
And Brandon, a lot of times you see teams take shots in the passing game on a quick change like this. They go right back and throw one for the end zone. Here they just call a running play looking to get a few yards. But he's able to work his way downfield and take it into the end zone. The end result, the exact same thing as going for it in the passing game.
That is caught. He's got it. And the lead will move to 14-0. That right there makes up for that missed extra point they had after the first score.
Yeah, they went ahead and got back to level by going for two and having the normal amount of points. So that works out pretty well for them. And if you're the kicker, don't worry about it too much. Now they've got back to where they want to be, they'll try it out there for the next one.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. So the offense back out now, coming off its first interception of the game the last time out, trying to reestablish some momentum here, Charles. But they're trailing defensively. Maybe these guys smelling the blood in the water a little bit.
Yeah, I think that they probably are. But what they need to do right now is just make sure they don't force the action too much themselves. They've got them on the run a little bit. You just want to be in a position where if they make another mistake, you're there to capitalize on it and take it away from them.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, Prescott. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Prescott. Over the middle, complete. That's Ferguson. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
A first down carry by Elliott. And some room to maneuver. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Fourth down, Prescott. Open man, Lamb. It's complete. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down on a well-designed play there. That gets them 16 to move the chains.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd.
Yeah.
After that one.
Here in the third quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a fourth down play.
So a big play there on fourth, and now first and 10 at the 30. Elliott running right. Oh, look at the juke. To about the 26 here.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Elliott, toss right. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
To throw is Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. It'll be first and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Cowboys are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter. Ryan Santoso now for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Jets 14, Cowboys 7.
Santoso now to send this one away. From the 6. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here first and 10. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is second and less than a yard. Play action. Now Wilson. He's got a man. Complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 39 yards there, a big one. Long developing route there on the post corner, but it was worth the wait.
It certainly was. I love the way you described it because you do have to sell the post. Usually a couple of steps towards the middle of the field in order to get the defender to turn his hips, and then he breaks off towards the corner, and off he goes. Well executed.
All again on second down. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 34. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up.
Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
They only get 2 there, but on third and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. On the counter, it's Hall. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. On second down, a run with Hall. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations at second and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now they'll have it first and goal following that gain of 17. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got it first and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. They'll run with Hall. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal. One more time with Hall. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Jets are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Prescott. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. The Jets, with victory seemingly in hand, they take the knee. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the Jets, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss.